What's going on, everybody? John with ACTION-FLIX.com. It's been a while. Holy cow. I think it's been like 2.5 months. I lost count. I did do a trailer tactical for the Superman trailer when it came out a few months prior, but that's been it. It's been radio silence. I mean, I have been doing the website, as you guys have known. I've still been doing news, and I did one interview so far this year. If you guys had seen it yet, a few reviews, not too many. So basically, I just wanted to have an episode to kind of refresh. It's 2025. It's February. I missed all of January. My apologies. Still haven't done my best of 2024. It is what it is, but I'm trying. I just got to give you guys some updates here. I'm gonna tell you why it's been like radio silence. I'm really like not trying to not be around, but it's just like every time I turn around, something happens. So basically, it's life and job. So I got promoted, which normally would be a good thing. You get promoted, bigger title, bigger pay, more pain in the ass is basically what it is. And it's been really like affecting the status quo of everything else that I do in life, namely the website and the podcast here at ACTION-FLIX.com. Before I get started, though, I have to formally do things the proper way. You guys know how I roll. You guys know. Look, I'm sporting my Captain America shirt, and we all know that comes out this week. I got thoughts on that. I haven't seen it yet, of course. But, I got to do the things properly. We got to tack up. There you go, my man Matrix. Got to do a little kung fu fighting with my man Mr. Atkins. Throw a flashbang. Or grenade. I think it was a grenade. I think that was a grenade. Let's see what else I could give you guys here. Oh, here's a good one. More Scott Adkins kicking ass. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah, we all know what's coming. Yeah, Daredevil born again. My man's gonna be rocking and rolling again. Still pissed off. Yep, I get it. And of course, the handshake heard around the world. There you go. All right. So now that we formally started, one more thing before I'm a little rusty. It's been a couple months. So before I get started, I just want to tell everybody to like and subscribe, share and subscribe, share my shit everywhere. I don't care. I'm going to swear because I'm not monetized yet, so it doesn't really matter yet. And I got a couple big announcements to make and stuff like that, but hit that button, like and subscribe to my page. And I got a little bit of great news on that horizon here in a second. So as you can see down below as well, hit that button. That way you get updated every time I do a video, and I promise it's going to be more often. Everybody's like, John, what's going on? All we get are like trailers from you sometimes. It's like, yeah, I know. It's like, well, at least I'm putting something out there. It's like I do have trailers popping up there here and there, and it is what it is. Okay, so with that out of the way, 2025. It's here. It's been here actually for a little bit, for a little while. Here's the thing. So I got a whole bunch of stuff laid out for 2025. The Action Fix podcast is growing, and you're probably asking why, because I don't have time to do what I was doing normally before. Because you know what? I don't care anymore. I am going to go all in on this as much as I can. Now, the thing is, with my personal life, I mean, I do have my job, which pretty much is a pain in the ass and cuts into everything. And even when I'm not working, I get messaged and stuff. I'm like, dude, I'm not working. I'm not salaried. I'm still hourly. I'm an assistant manager, but I'm an hourly assistant manager. That means you can't work off the clock. It's illegal. But other than that, all right. So neither here nor there. And of course, I have my family. I have my girls. I got my wonderful daughter Bailey and my oldest Samantha. She's going to be graduating high school. So I get Bailey every other week. So when I have Bailey on those weeks, I really don't do a lot with the recording and stuff like that. If anything, if I'm off, I'm going to be doing it when she's at school and stuff like that. But I'm trying to spend time with her, of course, and not do things with the podcast or the website. If she goes to bed, then obviously I could do stuff afterwards. So I'm going to kind of try to curb it, But then there's the weeks where I'm by myself. All I have is my cat. He might make an entry. Oh, he's over there sleeping behind my chair. So I'm trying. So I'm excited. As you can see, I'm excited, but that excitement goes away after a while. Then I got sick. I got sick twice. Then my daughter got sick twice. Yeah, so I got sick. The stomach flu that was going around here in Panama City Beach, Florida, and then like a week later, I think I got stomach poisoning from where I ate. I'm not going to mention the place, but yeah, it was definitely food poisoning. So it was basically a repeat of what happened the week before. Then my daughter got sick, and she gets stuffy noses and all the time. So, like, of course, if my daughter gets sick, I'm not gonna like, yo, I gotta do a podcast. It's like I'm gonna take care of my daughter. I'm a dad. So you guys gotta understand that, like a lot of these guys that do podcasts and do websites and stuff like that don't have a fam. I mean, not people do have families. My main man Charlie with Give Me Back My Action Horror Movies. He's got a family, and stuff like that too. So yeah, so some of us do, but it's easier like if you were single and didn't have a family, you could do whatever the hell you want. I am single now and loving it. Like I said, I love being single, and I love being out on my own, having my daughters. I got this job, so I'm supporting myself on my own, doing good. Health wise, aside from the stomach poisonings and everything is good. So here's what we're gonna do: 2025, a brand new year. First of all, I want to thank everybody, and I forgot to make this one up. So hang on one second while I do it up. Hang on a second. One momento, please. One momento, please. Hopefully I spelled it right. So, booyah! 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Now, normally that's not a big deal anymore because you see some of these people have millions, but you know what? It's a big deal for me. I normally, way back when YouTube was doing its thing, if you got 1,000 subscribers, that means you could start, and a few other things, you could start getting monetized. But now it's like a whole other thing. So it's like I reached 1,000 subscribers. So thank you guys for all your support. Thank you for subscribing. Tell everybody else to like and subscribe everything. If you love action cinema and television, by all means, this is exactly what you want to be doing. So here's the thing. So like as I'm talking now, I just got a text from my boss. It's like I'm working tonight. Yes, okay, not right now. I am not working right now, dude. So, anyways, well, I just sit there and yeah, okay, I got it. All right, I'll read it later. So, see what I'm talking about? It's like, all right. So first of all, thank you for 1,000 subscribers. I think I'm at 1,040 something now. So here's the thing though. I grew like hundreds, a couple hundred at least, like three maybe. And I wasn't even putting out podcasts. I was just putting out some interviews when I did them. I did a lot of interviews. I did some pretty cool interviews, and trailers. If they give me the PR people give me the videos for the trailers, I put those out on my website. I embed them on my YouTube channel. So this was all happening without me. So hopefully, now that I'm actually out there and I'm talking to you guys, I'll get more subscribers. But wouldn't it be funny that if I do that and then I don't, it's like obviously you guys don't want to see me. So maybe I'll just lay in the shadows and stay hidden and, and not talk to you guys. And maybe I'll get subscribers. If that's what you want, that's what I'll do. Anyway, so thank you so much for that. Super excited. I'm trying to be super excited, like I said, like the job and wow, it's like I get it. I'm an assistant manager now, but it's like, you know what? I also have a life, even though I'm single. Yeah. Yep. All right. So biggest things besides 1,000 subscribers, I got some new stuff planned for the ACTION-FLIX podcast. And don't forget, the ACTION-FLIX podcast is a hybrid of ACTIONFlix.com. Yes, ACTIONFlix.com. That is my website. Yes, that's the one I always go to. That's the one I want you to follow too. That's been around, get this, in August, 10 years. That's right. We're celebrating, or I'm celebrating, my 10-year anniversary for actionflix.com. Wow. So basically, it's as old as my daughter is. Bailey was born, and then I started the website pretty much thereafter. So she's going to be 10 in May, and the website's going to be 10 in August. So I started it a couple months after she was born. My wife at the time, my ex was like, sure, and everything. So the rest is history. And we're 10 years. I mean, I've grown, I've gotten bigger. A lot of good things have happened. I'm still not where I want to be. I still, you get reminded at times when they send you these things to do interviews for people, and then they come back and you've been denied because you're not joeblow.com or comingsoon.net and stuff like that. It's like, and it makes me laugh too, just real quick on that, because it's like, if you go to my website and you Google Jason Statham or Scott Adkins or any of the big action stars going around right now, there's like pages of stuff of them on my website. Now, I'm not saying Scott Adkins has been great. I've interviewed him like 9-10 times. I actually just recently interviewed him for Take Cover. Awesome. I love him. You're the man. You're great to talk to. I've been a huge fan since Special Forces and everything. But there's other people too. It's like I've gotten some opportunities to interview some pretty big people. One just happened, and then of course I was denied. But I got an interview that I just wrapped up today before I started filming this session of the ACTION-FLIX podcast. So I'm going to be putting that out next week. If you guys are a fan of One Piece on Netflix, which I am, I got to talk to one of the stars of that show, and what a delight he was to talk to. Oh my gosh, he was so fun to talk to. Only had like the 10-minute time limit, of course, but we got into a lot and stuff like that. And so that's going to be coming out pretty soon. All right, so here's what I want to talk about. So besides doing the website, again, actionflix.com, we are your ultimate destination for everything action in cinema and television. Here's the thing. So the ACTION-FLIX podcast is going to have branches. As you have already seen, I've had branches. So right now, I have the weekly intel. So the weekly intel is I'm going to do once a week, probably towards the end of the week, because that's usually when the news stops going. So usually it's from Monday to Friday. Sometimes news happens on the weekend. We're all taking a gas and we're like, oh, wow, this happened. But usually it's like towards the end of the week, stuff starts slowing down. So I'm going to do the weekly intel towards the end of the week. That's the goal. Then, of course, I have Trailer Tactical, where I do the videos for the trailers. That's where I have the most issues, obviously, because of the copyright crap and stuff like that YouTube throws your way. All right. So, and then at the same time, okay. So in order to, I did the smaller screen now, so I'm trying that. That seems to be working. So where my head's huge and the screen is little, they seem to not mind that because it doesn't affect anything. So I'm going to be doing that with the Trailer Tactical. And that's, of course, with the big trailer premieres and stuff like that. I even do some of the littler ones that people don't know about because I like to promote the indie guys and everything like that. Then we have Center of the Ring. We've only done one Center of the Ring so far, and that was last year for when the Roadhouse came out. We did Roadhouse and the original Roadhouse. The Roadhouse that came out with Jake Gyllenhaal, and of course the Roadhouse that had the classic iconic movie with Patrick Swayze. So we only did one of those. But Center of the Ring is where we take two movies. It's a versus. I didn't want to call it versus because everybody does that. Mine is called Center of the Ring. So two movies, Center of the Ring, and only one movie leaves. So obviously with the first one that we had, the original Roadhouse was the one to leave. I didn't hate the reboot, but it left a lot to be desired is all I'm saying. So that's going to be another facet of the ACTION-FLIX podcast. Then we have Anatomy of Action Design. Again, I only did one last year. These are going to be harder to do because this is where I have a guest on the show, preferably an action star or filmmaker, where we break down action sequences. Of course, the only one I did was with the great Brent Foster. You know him, you love him. He's the Australian martial arts powerhouse, now filmmaker. He's an action star. He's been on The Last Ship. He's done the Steven Seagal movies, Maximum Conviction and Force of Execution. And of course, he just came out last year with his movie Life After Fighting, which not only did he star in, but he produced it, directed it, wrote it. He did everything for him. And it was one of the best movies of 2024. And he was gracious enough not to come on once, but twice. So he came on the first time to talk about the movie. Then he came on again for the Anatomy of Action Design, where we broke down all the fight. We literally broke down every fight scene that was in that movie. And of course, the huge finale that we had at the end, where it was like a 45-minute bar mitzvah of just ass kicking. So yeah, so that's the only one I did. And of course, he's going to be back. Of course, he loves me. I love him. We love each other. It's a bromance. But he's as time permits, he loves to come on and chat with me. So we're gonna have more of Bren in the future. But I want to have other filmmakers and action stars come on and break down some epic fights as well, where we take it piece by piece. And again, that's hard to do because again, copyright stuff, and then YouTube's like, oh no, and it's like, well, how come it's over here on this video? You guys are allowing this to show up, but here I am. I'm just talking about it and dissecting it, and you're taking it down. All right. After that, we have Comics Zone with an X. Yes, of course, I called it that because of ACTION-FLIX with an X. So I've got back into comic books lately, as you can see. Here's the brand new Blade one, the restricted one for adults only. So I've been getting into comic books because since I moved to Florida, I have not one but two comic book stores near me. So I've been getting back into comic books, preferably the G.I. Joe comics. We have the original G.I. Joe, the Larry Hama run, which continued again, but now has blossomed into the Energon universe. That's that was the 301, the reboot of the classic Larry Hama. So basically it ended with a cliffhanger all those years ago, and then now they're back and it's running. And I've been going, I think I've gotten through 4 issues of that. So again, I'm behind. I think they're on 13 right now. So yeah, so there's that too. So Comic Zone is where I go through comic books. I'm going to try to do something where on Wednesdays, because we all know Wednesdays is new release day for comic books. So try to, talk about the comic books I got and stuff like that. So today's Wednesday and it's new release day, but I'm not going to make it. So the only way it works is I'm going to do a new release type of thing where it's like, let's talk about the new comics that came out this week. And then I'm going to do a preview. They have the booklets that they're free if you ever go to comic book stores, where it's an advertisement for everything that's coming out. So we're going to talk about some of the cool stuff to go. Then this one is near and dear to my heart. I just thought of this a couple months ago. The Yo-Jo Zone. That's right. I am such a huge fan of G.I. Joe. I cannot tell you. There's Stalker right there. I just recently acquired him. This is a good one. I just recently acquired this Storm Shadow. I love this Storm Shadow. He's awesome. Yep. So I've been collecting some collectibles, and as you can see behind, I don't know if you can see behind me. Not that way. Let's go this way. Hey, I'm gonna move out of the way. Whoop. There you go. See, Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow, all over the place. And of course, I got a Duke, and then I got a couple other ones too. But I've been doing the comic books. I've been doing the collectibles. I'm still getting more. I have posters that you can't see right now, and all kinds of good stuff. So we're going to be talking nothing but G.I. Joe. I'm such a super fan of it. I've been a fan since I was a kid, since I went into my comic book store back when the first issue of the Marvel G.I. Joe #1 came out. And I was like, what is this? Because I knew what the bigger G.I. Joes were before, when there was only like the 6-man team and they were like the Barbie size dolls. I don't want to call them Barbies. They're still action figures, but they're the size of those. But then, of course, they shrunk them down, and then, Marvel and Hasbro put them out, and the rest is history. So we're going to talk about all things G.I. Joe. We're going to talk about the movies, the animated, the comic books, the collectibles, all kinds of cool things. So I'm going to have some guests, obviously, that, to come on and talk some G.I. Joe with me. And of course, we have movie and TV reviews. I haven't thought of a name because I want to have everything have a name. So right now it's just movie and TV reviews. It's boring. I get it. But I'm thinking of a name for that. Obviously, I'm going to be reviewing. I tend not to like to do movie reviews a lot, because when I do, people come at me because I'm already here about Captain America. It's like, it's getting mixed reviews. I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I'm still excited. I'm going to go see it. I'm a fan. Will it have its issues? I'm sure every film does, but it is what it is. But we'll get into more of that later. And of course, exclusive interviews. Like I said, I just had one today, and I got a big one on Friday. Yeah. I'm just going to say, I'm not going to say like what they do for a living in the industry, because I don't want to jinx it all, because it's a big one. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So there you go. That's what is going to encompass the ACTION-FLIX podcast. So we're going to have all that good stuff. How am I going to do it with the time I have? I have no idea, but you know what? I'm excited. This is my therapy. It's gotten me through a lot of bad days. So I'm going to continue to do this. I'm 52. I'm old. I get it. But, I'm not that old yet. So, I could still be 72 and doing this. Who cares? Whatever. But yeah, and of course, the biggest news is our 10-year anniversary for Action. I don't have any one of those poppers, or it's below. I'm super excited. I'm going to try to do something special in August. The exact date, I don't know when it went online, because I originally had another platform that I was on when I started, and they sucked totally. So I went to the new one that I'm at now. I've been with them ever since. So normally it looks like I've only been around for like half the time, but I've been around since um, 10 years ago. So 2015. So, yeah, so that's huge, like I said. And when I started back then, if you had told me that I'd be talking to Scott Adkins, Dolph Lundgren, Don the Dragon Wilson, Cynthia Rothrock, just to name a few of the big names that I've interviewed, I would have been like, you're crazy. But here we are. And I've talked to Scott like 8, 9 times. Oh, such a great guy. Always comes on, gives me the time, as well as others, So there's another big one. And then of course we have the 1,000 subscribers. Thank you all. Like I said, I'm at 1,041 right now, so we're all good. It's cool. I mean, it happened a little while ago, and I was going to do something then of course, life got in the way. All right, so there you go. So I just wanted to kind of do this real quick episode of the ACTION-FLIX podcast, the first one for 2025. So just to kind of outline some things, some really cool stuff. With the weekly intel, we had some Jason Statham news. We had a lot of Scott Adkins news. We had some Eco US news. He's forming his own production company. Then Alon Musi's finally doing Kickbox Armageddon. That's starting to get traction. So we're going to talk about that as well. We got the Captain America Brave New World, of course, coming out this week. I'm going to see it tomorrow. In IMAX. I'm taking my 9-year-old already. I even got her Captain America shirt, and she loved it. She was like, it's the shield. It's his shield. So I'm going to wear this shirt. She's going to wear that shirt, and we're going to be father-daughter for what it is. And of course, the Cleaner comes out next week with Daisy Ridley. And heck, I could tell you who I interviewed because I already did it. Taz Skylar is in it. We all know Taz Skylar, a great human being, a great guy, super nice, super friendly, awesome interview. We all know him as Sanji in One Piece, which is going to be having a second season on Netflix. Such a big hit. I recently just started watching it. I did not watch it when it first came out. I apologize, but it's got the manga feel, the anime feel that it comes from. It's like a live action anime. Super cool with the characters, the makeup, the action. Taz does a lot of martial arts on it. Which he just learned for the role. But then he has since gotten a black belt in Taekwondo, and he's got a blue belt in Jiu-Jitsu. So he's becoming the real deal now. So I was able to talk to him about the movie where Daisy really basically goes full on John McClane. I watched it yesterday and today, this morning, before I interviewed him. So I've seen it twice. I can't say anything about it because embargoes are until next Monday at a certain time. I guess I'll just say this. I mean, for what it is. So there you go. All right. So there's my word on it right now. So there you go, guys. Like I said, I just wanted to do a real fast episode where I just kind of outlined everything and kind of talked about everything. So let me just go down the line real quick. So of course we got the weekly intel. That's gonna be every week where I talk about the news and all the good shit that happens throughout the week. Trailer Tactical is going to be the trailer ones where I talk about the new trailers and everything and get excited. Set of the Ring, where two movies go up against each other and we pick which one's the best one. Anatomy of Action Design, where we break down the best action sequences from back in the day to today. Nothing's off limits. Then we have Comic Zone, where we talk about new comics, old comics, all kinds of stuff. Maybe I'll get my friend J-Man, who does his thing. He's busy doing all of his videos too. Maybe I can have him come on a couple times. And Yo-Joe Zone, that's my personal favorite. Of course, then we got the movie and TV reviews. I'm going to be doing a lot more video reviews. As you know, I write. So sometimes I don't feel like writing. So I'm going to be doing a lot more movie and TV reviews because a lot of people like to see the visuals and all that kind of good stuff too. And of course, the exclusive interviews, which is all now videos. I used to transcribe them back in the day. Everybody wants to see them anyway. So this is the best way to do it. It's fun. You get to see us talking. You get to see the person I'm talking to, the celebrity that I'm talking to. So there you go. There's what I have on tap for 2025 and hopefully beyond. Am I going to create more things? I don't know, because that's a handful right there. Like I said, I have a little limited time in my schedule. but it is what it is. Then, of course, 10-year anniversary in August. We're going to be doing some fun things. I'm thinking about doing T-shirts and stuff like that. I'm going to get a T-shirt made that has the logo, the one that you see up here in the corner. With I like that. Everybody asks me, what'd you design that logo? And you all know I had the skull at first with the target and the bullet hole. I like that one too. But then this guy's cool. He's just like a skeleton with like a kind of like a cloak on. He's wielding the knives, and you all know I like a good knife fight in the movie. So I was like, that's the one. So that's the one I use. So yeah, so I'm going to have that in the front, and then have them put the ultimate destination or your ultimate destination for action cinema and television and stuff like that. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe hats. Who knows? I don't know. We'll think about it. So if you guys are interested, let me know. Shoot me a line. Say, hey, we would wear your stuff. I'll be like, okay, sounds good. And of course, 1,000 subscribers. Like I said, I think I'm at 1,041 the last time I checked. So keep them coming. Tell your friends, tell your family, all that good stuff. All right. So until next time, everybody, that's all I have to say. For now, like I said, I'm going to be doing a weekly intel pretty soon, and then I'm going to be doing some reviews. I had the interview with Taz Skyler coming out. Has to be next week, though, so I have to wait, but which is fine because I have to put it all together anyways. So, yeah, so just a lot of good stuff going on. I'm super excited about 2025, even with, the promotion and everything happening. Like, my boss has been texting me the whole time, and I'm just like, I'm busy, okay? I'll be there tonight, that I will work. All right, it's all good. It's all good. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. It's just like, after a while, I'm just like... Okay. All right. So again, if you guys want to see anything, shoot me a line. You guys know the website. You guys know the email. Shoot me a line here. I get all the comments and everything. If you're gonna be rude and disrespectful, I just get rid of those. So don't even try, because it alerts me as soon as somebody comments, whether it's on my social media pages on YouTube or on the website. And you know what? I have no need for negativity. Now I get it. You have your own opinions, and if you do it respectfully, that's fine. But if you do it disrespectfully and rude, I cut you off. I just had to do one before. One guy told me that my intro was boring, where I do the countdown with the numbers on fire. He's like, I fell asleep before you got to anything. I'm like, you know what? Then go watch somebody else do, because that's not even as long as some of the other intros I've seen. So, all right. Okay. So that's all I got for this episode. I'm keeping it to a half an hour. I said I was going to keep it to a half an hour. So I'm at 28 minutes right now. So that's it. I got the weekly intel coming for you a little bit later. Trailer tactical, all the good stuff. I'm going to do a Yojo Zone where I'm going to talk about the first couple issues of the Energon Universe comic books, where they totally dissed one of the greatest characters in G.I. Joe in episode or issue number 1. It's like, really? I'm like, that guy? I'm like, why? I mean, okay. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, we'll go into spoilers when I do it. I'm not going to spoil it here for you today if you have not read it yet, but it's a pretty big character. He's a beloved character besides Snake Eyes, and all the other ones. But yeah, there you go. That's pretty much it. So we're going to keep it simple at that. And like I said, have a wonderful, awesome day, week. I'll talk to you later. I'll be back with the weekly intel. We're going to have, I'm going to do a special Scott Adkins edition, Essential Adkins. You guys all know on the website, I have Essential Adkins, which is just Scott Adkins news, reviews, interviews, and all of the stuff that's Scott Adkins. And I told him about it. He was floored. He's like, man, wow. He couldn't believe it. And if you guys haven't seen my interview with him for Take Cover that I did late last year, check that one out. He comes back to the X-Fix podcast, did a great interview for Take Cover, which was a pretty good film. So I'm excited. We're at 29 minutes now. I am going to shut up now and leave you all with, I cannot be more thankful and appreciative of all the support, and thank you for over 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. It really makes me feel like that I'm doing this for a reason. All right, until next time, guys, stay safe, treat others as you would want to be treated, and be nice until it's time to not be nice. So we are your ultimate destination for everything action. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the weekly intel. Take it easy, everybody.